How's it going, guys? My name is Max, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to build this clean dashboard in bubble.io with navigation using URL parameters as well as this floating sidebar. So let's get straight into it. So the first thing I do before I build any project for a client or my personal use is I hop into Figma, right? Why? Let's take a look. So I have this template for setting styles. Why is that? We have color palette, font palette, and then I have like a dashboard layout. In terms of colors, first off, if you have set colors before you start building, you're gonna be way faster if you did not set them, right? It's one thing, and the other thing is for SEO optimization. A great platform or website is uicolors.app. I'm gonna link it down in the description. But let's say you pick a color that you like and you want it to be, for example, a primary color. Just set this, and it's gonna give you all, like the contrast grid, and that way your website, your app is gonna be optimized for SEO. Because if you have like a blue color and then yellow, red, like it's not optimized, right? Also, if you don't have your styles, you would have to kind of go back and match them. It's a little bit messy. So before anything happens in Bubble, this is the first thing I do. So I'm gonna link this template in the description if you like to check it out. Then I have my fonts, self-explanatory, right? Heading 1, 2, 3, body small, large. Honestly, this is it stays how it is. The only thing I have to do is to take the and choose the style of the text, right? Such as pop-ins. I use pop-ins a lot. A lot of people hate on it, but I like it. And then I have a dashboard layout if I want to, just sketch up a couple of things to know exactly what I'm building. But yeah, so yeah, let's hop into Bubble, and I'm gonna show you quickly before we go in styles. So this is how I use it. You're free to duplicate or copy me. This is what I use, and it helps me a lot. Yeah, so let's get into it. So the first thing, obviously, add a new page. Let's call it dashboard tutorial. Hit create. Let's adjust the view for 90%. And so the page size, so let's go to layout. Let's set it to column. I always do 1400, 1400, and 992. 992 is the maximum height that a computer is gonna have, or like a screen. And same with 1400. I mean, you could get away with 1200, but I think 1400 is, I'd like to have a little extra space. So the first thing we're gonna do is to create the sidebar, right? So go scroll down, take floating group, put it on the page. Floating group is gonna again be column. In terms of the sidebar, I always do either 280 pixels or 300. It really depends on the day, honestly. And then no fit height to content, and remove the min height. Let's call it the sidebar. Okay. In terms of padding, I do on the top, I do 32, on the bottom 32, and on the side 1010. Let's just use a border so we know exactly where the sidebar is. Let's do with right, solid. Okay, we see it. Awesome. So yeah, let's go. You take your logo. This is the first thing I start with, the logo, right? So let's take an image. I got my logo right here. Let's keep the aspect ratio 1:1, and let's do like 50 pixels. Awesome. 50 pixels. You don't have to name everything, but I do in case I just don't want to get lost when I'm trying to find a specific element. Let's grab a text. This company name, right? We don't have any company name. And again, you see, when you have your style set up, you don't have to kind of guess and look back, what you selected. You have it right here. And if you want to quickly just adjust it, you can do it here, right? Simple as that. For this, let's do 18 pixels. Let's do bold. Yeah, let's do bold. Remove the min height and the min width. And let's take let's keep it at the neutral 900. Now, left click, hold shift, left click, right click, group elements in row. Now you group them. So this is, I usually call this group logo. Again, remove the min height. I should probably set that up, but either way, you're gonna do that quite frequently. So let's make sure that this aligns. It's gonna align here. Same thing with this, even though it takes all the space. And in terms of the apply gap spacing, let's do 6, 5, maybe 4. 4 is enough. Awesome. Now let's create, what do we have here? I'm just gonna use this as an example. Home, analytics, project, CRM settings, and the user. So let's do home. For plugins, strongly recommend free plugin by Google Material Icons. Add plugin here, Google Material Icons. It's for free and it's gonna save you a lot of time. So let's grab the icon and let's put home. Let's make it 900. And for this, I usually do 30 by 30. Awesome. You grab a text. Let's do home. Again, remove min height, min width. And then I grab, let's make this body large but semi-bold. Right, and again, let's take another one. Let's just use the arrow. Let's do the arrow 20 by 20. So it's smaller. This. Yeah. Now, again, left click, hold shift, left click, right click, row. Now, when it comes to this group in a sidebar, it usually is for me that the minimum height is 48 pixels. That's what I do. Yeah, let's center everything. And let's make the apply gap spacing, let's do 6. Oh, what about 8? Let's do 8. And let's call it group home. And in terms of padding, let's do padding 10, 10, 10, and 10. And let's make around corners. I usually do 8. We don't see it right now, but we will. Don't worry. When I'm building something, when I put a group element on the page, I always apply gap spacing at least 24 or 12 pixels. So, it doesn't stick to it. Just like my personal tip for you. But yeah, we got home. So let's copy this. Let's just duplicate it and rename it. So analytics, analytics, it's the same thing. Then we have projects. Let's do a book, I believe. Which one looks nice? Let's do this. For this, let's do people. Select people. And this is going to be settings. Just rename this to, that was CRM. Awesome. So now take these 4 groups and group them together into a column. So again, left click, hold shift, select, right, come on. Left click, select, right click, column. Now for this, apply gap spacing, which is going to be 4 at least. Let me see, let's just do a comparison. Yeah, I believe that's good. Now, right here, we have, so this group is obviously group home copy. Let's analytics. Let's do the same thing for group projects and group CRM. Obviously, we have group settings. Right, so now we group those 4 together. Let's call it group container, top container. And take this group and group it with this, right? So select, left click, again, right click, column. Boom, apply gap spacing. This is gonna be more. Let's do 12. Let's do 12, awesome. It seems like it's too big, honestly. Let me see. How does it look? No, let's keep it at 30. Let's keep it at 30. And now the bottom, right? So this is just group top. And let's take the bottom. So now what are we doing right here? Okay, so I want to do this. John Smith with his Gmail. Okay. So the first thing, grab text and let's just do John Smith. We then can connect it dynamically, but for now let's just use it like this, and this is going to be john@gmail.com. Let's see, make this smaller, 14. Again, remove the min height, min width, same thing here, and group them together. This is group name and email. Again, remove the min height and apply gap spacing. Let's do 2. 2 is enough, I believe. Yeah. And now, so we group them together. Let's wait. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do after. Let's grab an image. Again, this is going to be, let's just grab this guy, let's put it here for now. Again, keep the ratio 1:1. Let's do 50. 50 is enough. And roundness to get a circle like this. Also, doesn't matter. Does not matter. Now, and lastly, let's take a material icon, and this is going to be a logout, and this is going to be 24 by 24. Now let's take these groups. Let's take this. Let's make sure I'm grabbing the whole thing. Row. So let's make this first. Okay, awesome. Again, remove the min height. It's pissing me off. And let's do group profile. And let's take this group and do user. Current user. Right? So now we can connect it dynamically. Parents group user, avatar. And let's do, I could have done, yeah, I could do like current user, first name, space, at current user, last name. Now for placeholder, same thing here. Current users, email. Let's make this apply gap spacing. Let's do 6. Maybe let's do 8. Probably 10. Probably 10. Let's take this group and just align it. And same thing here. Right? Now the gap spacing, or the padding, sorry, the gap padding is gonna be, let's do 20 at the top. Let's do 20 at the top and define each border independently. Group top, solid. Let's make a like this. How does it look? Nice. And now take the settings and this, group it together. Group it together, let's do 12. And now navigate into the sidebar, just press this. Boom, it's at the bottom. Awesome, but this does not align, meaning that this should have a, so it aligns nicely with everything. Great. Now, so we got the sidebar, which is awesome. Let's rename this group bottom. And now let's set up the logic, you know, to navigate and using URL parameters, as well as, yeah, I'm gonna show you. So when this group is hovered, so let's set a condition. When this group is hovered, the color, we don't have a color, come on. Background style, set a background style for everyone. Now take the color. When this group is hovered, the color is gonna be, let's see, what do we have here? Let's preview this. Okay. Okay, I like this. Now, when this group is hovered, we have to change the color of these elements as well, right? So let's change that quickly. And now you have to connect to the group, right? So we named it, that's why we named it group home. So when group home is hovered, this element, this icon color is gonna be white, right? Just take this, copy, paste, Same thing here, paste. However, this is not an icon, this is a text. So font, boom. So if we refresh this, it's gonna look something like this. Again, you could do it differently, but you know, that's how it is. Do I like this? Yeah, I think that's fine. That's fine. It just proves the point. Again, yeah, so let's do the same thing here. Analytics. This group is hovered. Color is this. Did I use this? Yeah. Now define group analytics is hovered, then color is gonna be white. Copy, paste, and just set this color. Let's do neutral. Primary contrast, let's do neutral. Show right here, here. Great. Let's do it for projects as well, just to see like how everything looks like. Color. Then you take when group project is hovered, this icon color is going to be primary and neutral 100. Copy, simply paste, but color. Awesome. So now we have this logic. So now we have this simple logic. It just adds to, you know, like the professionalism, I guess, when you build in, and it looks better, right? Obviously, this is just white. So if I had different colors, such as, you know, this color palette, could look better, you know, with the green and black. But for now, I think it just proves the point. So now, let's say we want to navigate to, because this is a single page app, right? Let's say we want to navigate to home. You would simply grab a group right here, put it on the page. That's how I name it is navigation, home, layout. To layout, min width and maxed width 1100. Remove. Why we did 1100? Because we're gonna put the margin 300. Why 300? Well, the sidebar is 300, right? Let's set the color to something else, because I don't want this to be. I believe that's nice. Yeah. Now this, again, when I do navigations, again, 32, 32, 32, just paddings. We're not gonna do it for everything, but just to prove a point. Yeah, so in the layout tab, uncheck this visible on page load, collapse when hidden, right? And we're gonna set the condition. But before that, let me take a, let's just do this, home, like dashboard. Let's do boom, boom. And let's set this to like, yeah, heading 5, just so we see. Now, when this group is clicked, we want to show this group, right? Do not do, you know, hide. So when we hop into workflows, do not do like, where is it? Element actions, show and hide. Don't do this. If it's not a pop-up, try to avoid this, right? Always. So the way I think about this is like you want to grab those values out of the URL parameters, right? So let me explain. You go to page, so navigation, go to page, and you're gonna send the current, the destination is gonna be dashboard tutorial, which is this whole thing, right? Because it's a single page application. And then we're gonna send more parameters to the page. So the key is this, as we have, tab. So this is the key. So let's do V as a view, and let's do home, right? Now, when it comes to this, I'd love, like every time I get an option, and I have this, and I have a option set for those URL parameters and keys, right? So when I decide to, because there's like, when you do not use dynamic values, there's a lot of room for error, right? So let's say, I'm not going to do this for this video, but let's say we do, go to page, home, analytics, projects, CRM, settings. If something changed, I don't know, I just want to rename it, I would have to do it 5 times. But if I go to an option set, so go to data, option sets, and we can create like page parameters. And you could do like home, CRM, projects, settings. Yeah, actually, let's use this. Let's use it right now. So V equals home, view, and now get an option, page parameters, select the parameter, homes, display, right? So now when we go here and we click this, V equals home, right? Now set the condition. When this group, because this group's got, there's nothing here, there's nothing blue here, right? Because it's by default is not visible. So let's set the condition. When get data from page URL, now this is a parameter. We have parameter and path. Parameter is when there's, tab equals something. Path is this / page. Yeah, just so you know. Parameter name, again, get an option. Page parameters, home. No, what I do? No. Sorry. This parameter is gonna be V, right? Is, and now get an option. Page parameters, select home, let's display. And what happens? This element is visible. Obviously, I reloaded that, but if we grab this, boom, now you see it, right? Obviously, my whole page is big because I have a huge computer or monitor, but you get the picture. So now it shows. And same thing, with analytics, projects, CRM, stuff like that. Now, and lastly, let's do when get data from page URL is V, is get an option, page parameters, homes, display, then the color is gonna be neutral 600. Now copy, paste, but this is gonna be icon color, it's gonna be white. Now copy this, put it right here. Same thing with this, however this is a text. Now go to here, right? We hover, we click, and now it stays like this. It's nice for the user to know exactly where he is located. So yeah, we have this. Now let's take a quick look at a floating sidebar when the page gets smaller. So lastly, let's set up a condition when this window is gonna get smaller. Let's make this pop-up disappear. Right, so let's grab another floating group. Floating group, put it on the page. Let's make a top bar. Let's name top bar. Again, this is gonna be row. Let's make the padding on the left at the top. Let's do this. Now let's get rid of the top and bottom. Width, it does not really matter. And minimum height is gonna be 80. Is it too much? It's 250. What about 40? 40 is enough. Awesome. Awesome. And now let's align everything to the right. Let's grab floating group. No, not floating group. Group material icon. Put it right here. And that's going to be a hamburger. How's that called? Hamburger menu. Menu. Boom. Select this. Let's do 3 by 30. Awesome. Yeah. So this is not visible on page load. When current page width is less than 992, which is a tablet, this element is visible. Now let's make a condition when sidebar is visible, then this is not visible, right? So now we have this condition when it's less than 992, this is visible, and when this is visible, this is not visible, right? Also, we have this navigation, define new condition, current page width is less than 992, then let's set the margin. The top margin is going to be 40, the width of this top bar, right? So let's quickly look at it. Let's go here. Now, it's not working. Mainly because we did not set a condition right here. So current page width less than 992. This element is zero. No. Sorry, it was the completely other way around. So just change this. I don't know why I did that, but like this, and lastly this. Boom. Now it should work. Now we can nicely see it. So if I do this, boom. Oh yeah, and again, when this current page width, the margin on the left side, instead of 300, is gonna be 0. Therefore, this is gonna happen. Boom. Nicely done. Nicely done. And lastly, just set the condition. It's going to be mobile nav bar. Add a workflow. No. Let's add a workflow for this. We're going to animate an element. It's going to be the sidebar. And fade in, slide left in. Let's see. Yeah, I think I like this. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, this is it. And this is a, I would say, very clean dashboard. We have, obviously, I did not, let's, when you go into the, boom. So if I was to do this, you know, we can hover over elements. It's clean. Everything is in the straight line. We have the current user. Obviously, I didn't set anything else other than dashboard. But when we click on home, it's gonna send the URL parameters. And when it gets smaller, and it's gonna show the top nav bar. And yeah, it's pretty responsive. The last thing I would do, that the page should be the same thing, right? So nicely done. Awesome. Yeah, so that's everything from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. If there's anything you want me to film, record, just walk you through, just comment down below. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you want this Figma template, it's in the description, as well as the UI Colors app. Other than that, thank you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.